Welcome to the Toned Arms class. Today's class will wake you up to your arms. We focus on stretching and strengthening and mobilising your shoulders and triceps, as well as calming the mind to relieve stress and lift your mood. When you're ready, join me on your mat.
Let's begin standing, hands in prayer. Squeeze the glutes, ribs are in nice and tight. You have 3 flows. This is your first flow. Inhale, raise the arms, bend the elbows. Elbows lead the way as you exhale, folding down. Planting the hands onto the floor, nose towards the knees, into a flat back, hands towards the shins. Exhale, stepping back into your plank, dropping the knees. We're going to go straight into plank pose, so lining the wrists, the elbows and the shoulders, slowly engaging through the core, squeezing the glutes as you lift into your plank hold. Plank pose, holding this, you want your neck in line with your shoulders, squeezing your shoulder blades towards the ceiling, ribs tucked in, tailbone tucked down, thighs engaged. Breathing deeply. Plank hold, warming up through the body, moving onto your side into side plank hold, 5 breaths. Again, if it's too intense, drop the knee down. And then once you've built your strength, join us again with your feet stacked. Here I'm lifting my hips nice and high, lift your hips nice and high, looking down towards the hand, side body lifted. Arm reaching towards the sky, clean line of energy. Transitioning over to the opposite side. Choosing your variation, so knee drops, or your feet are stacked. Your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked. Your eye gaze is down towards the fingertips. Breathing deeply, warming up through the side body. Coming back onto your both feet into plank pose, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Elbows tucked to the side of your waist. Inhale into an upward facing dog. Pushing your hips back into downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Bringing it through into warrior 1. Raise the arms overhead, drop the hips low. You want your knee and ankle aligned. You can either keep your palms apart or your hands together. If you have your palms apart, you'll be melting the shoulder blades down the spine, looking up towards the palms or towards the ceiling. Use your eye gaze for your drishti. Before we move into humble warrior, take the arms behind you, circle them behind you, clasp the hands, stretch and reach the chest. If that's too much, reach for the elbows. Otherwise, you're clasping the hands behind you, lengthening through forwards into the front thigh, bringing your body to the inside of your thigh, so you're not resting on the thigh, moving into humble warrior. Allowing gravity to bring your arms over your head. Inhale, lift. Slowly transitioning into your bent leg aeroplane press. So bend in the knee, release the hands behind you, squeeze the shoulders, squeeze the spine, pressing up into aeroplane. So using your standing leg to press your body weight high into aeroplane. Rotating your hands forward, sweeping them through into warrior 3. Lifting the back foot high, strengthening the back body, revolving round into your half moon. So your left hand comes onto the floor, your right arm is reaching. Take your right arm down. This time lift your left arm into your half moon. Lengthen both legs, square the hips, reaching back into a half split, so your front leg straightens, forehead down towards the shin, your front foot is flexed, breathing deeply, active rest. Inhale, sink the hips low, knee in line with the ankle, and lift the chest into crescent moon. Exhale into a three-legged dog with the right leg, downward facing dog. Left leg, three-legged dog, same thing on the opposite side. Stepping forward into your warrior one, so your back foot's in an angle, lifting the upper body, sinking down into the hips. Again, palms together or palms apart. Looking towards the palms, sinking low if you can. Rotate the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers, open the chest, or again reaching for the elbows. Slowly carry your body forward into the inside of the thigh, into humble warrior on the opposite side. Gaze in towards your big toe. Seeing how far you can drop your chest down in towards your body, lowering in time towards the floor, transitioning now into an aeroplane press. So keep the front leg bent, relax the arms, lifting the back leg, bend and press, bending the leg and pressing and balancing as much as you can into aeroplane, swinging the hands forward into your warrior three. Try not to knock anything off on the way there. Inhale, lift. Your right hand this time goes down onto the floor into your revolved half moon. Keep the leg lifted as much as you can. Left arm comes down. Change the arm position. Right arm lifts into half moon. Exhale, square the hips, stepping back into your half split. So front leg is extended, front foot is flexed. Bringing your head, your forehead down towards your shin as much as possible. Active rest, engaging the thigh. Sinking down as you start to sink into the breath. Inhale. Pushing the hips down into the floor, lifting the upper body into crescent moon. Exhale. Left leg sweeps up into three-legged dog. Downward facing dog. Well done. Active rest again, breathing deeply. Coming to the end of your first flow. Pressing the hands into the floor, spreading the fingers, preparing to jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, lengthen down. Keeping the knees bent, lift the upper body. Exhale, squeeze the ribs, squeeze the abs, squeeze the glutes. Namasté Gemma, well done. Moving into your second flow. Preparing for the vinyasa, feet together. Inhale, raise the arms, lift the elbows. Elbows lead the way as you fold forward all the way down, planting the hands, nose towards the knees, flat spine. Inhale. Exhale, stepping back. Knees, chest, chin. Or your vinyasa, your chaturanga of choice. Coming down into Sphinx pose. So forearms are down. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the spine. Engage the core. Start to peel the core and the legs off the floor as we move into dolphin plank. Lifting one leg and then the other. Engage the whole of the back body, whole of the front body. That means engaging the glutes, pushing the shoulder blades towards the ceiling, engaging the ribs in, pulling the ribs in, engaging the stomach, pulling the stomach in, engaging the thighs. Walking those feet in into your dolphin pose. From here, we're going to slowly press forward and back again. Working through the shoulders. So if you look towards your thumbs, after you've held your dolphin, we're going to do 10 presses. So pressing forward and back. You may need to bend your knees if you're finding it quite intense for your hamstrings. The focus of today's class is working through the shoulders and the arms. Dropping down. Relaxing in extended child's pose. Forehead comes down towards the floor. Preparing to go into your down dog plank dolphin. So first of all, in your plank, walking into dolphin pose. From dolphin, you might want to lift one leg and one arm and then the other to plank, push back to down dog. Squeeze the arms together into dolphin. Lift a plank. Push back to down dog. Squeeze the arms together as you lower down, slowly the elbows down to the floor, either together or one at a time, into plank, push back to down dog. Squeezing in, working through the shoulders, into plank, back to down dog. We keep this going and then we'll reverse it in a second, pushing back. Now you're in your plank pose, downward dog to plank to dolphin. Downward dog to plank pose, arms together to dolphin, pushing back, down dog, bringing your body forward and then lowering to dolphin. Downward dog, push forward to plank, lower the elbows to dolphin. Great work. It's very intense. We're nearly there. And rest in dolphin. Pushing back to down dog. Lower the knees down. Resting back again into your extended child's pose, Balasana. You deserve this little rest in between the flows. Coming to the end now of your second flow. Breathe in deeply, finding your balance. Inhale. Pressing back to down dog, stepping forward or jumping forward to the front of your mat. Now you're nice and warm. Extend, exhale, nose towards your knees. Inhale. Exhale, Namasté. Your final flow. One more to go. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, folding forward. Plant the hands, nose towards the knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Stepping forward to one-legged forward fold. So keeping your left knee bent. Really opening through the hamstring again. You might find you need to bend through the right knee. Finding your balance. Bend the knee to stand, keeping your left knee bent. Raise the knee in line with your hips. Raise the arms overhead, find your balance. Wrap your left arm underneath your right tricep into eagle with the hands. And if you can, wrap the left foot around the back right calf, eagle in the legs. Breathing here, tucking the tailbone under. Stepping out into your goddess pose or fierce angel. Open the arms out to the side, squeeze, pressing down into the hips. Squeeze those elbows behind, open up the chest. Stretching out your arms, stretching and lengthening your back leg, moving into warrior two. Your eye gaze comes over your front arm. Sinking down into the hips if you can. Lengthening down into side angle pose. So lowering the hips, want a clean line of energy from your arm that's raised overhead all the way down to your hips through to your little toe. You're gazing towards your palm. Your chin comes in towards your armpit. Inhale into reverse warrior. Looking up towards your palm. Exhale slowly, hands come down to the floor, frame the foot with a hand, into your high plank, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, upward facing dog, roll the toes. Roll the toes back into downward facing dog. Lifting the left knee, three-legged dog, pressing forward, balancing, bending the right knee into one-legged forward fold, holding here. Again, steady your breath. You might need to bend through the left leg as well. Keep your balance as you pick your upper body into standing. Bring the knee with you, flex the foot. Find your balance. Raise the arms overhead. Right arm this time links underneath the left elbow as you push your elbows to the ceiling. Eagle with the arms, eagle with the legs. Hooking your right leg around your back calf. Finding your balance, tucking your tailbone in. Keeping the arms as they are as you step out to the side. Sinking the hips low. Releasing the hands. Pulling the elbows behind into goddess pose or horse pose or fierce pose, depending on what you prefer. Squeezing those arms. Releasing the legs, releasing the arms into warrior two, sinking down into the hips. This time your arm gaze is over your left fingertips. Try and keep your hands in line with one another at the same equal distance. Slowly coming down into side angle. Lowering your hips, keeping your back foot fixed onto the floor. Eye gaze towards the palm, chin towards the armpit. Inhale as you lift the left arm overhead, looking towards the palm into reverse warrior. Gazing towards the palm. Exhale slowly down, coming to the end of your practice. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Active rest. Final chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Wrapping your triceps back, your biceps forward. Slowly taking your knees down onto the floor, pushing your hips back, extending your arms into extended child's pose, coming to the end of the practice. Well done, you've now completed your toned arms class. Bringing yourself upright, hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me today for toned arms and wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.